Welcome back to the channel. This is The Reverie, and today we'll be talking about the hubris of the modern creative. But before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also leave a comment below so I can get your thoughts on the topic. One thing I've noticed in general entertainment landscape is that whenever you see a synopsis or premise or even an ad for a new movie or TV show or even a game, and it has any form of the term modern audience in it, the fans immediately check out. The non-existent modern audience. We've seen it time and time again. I saw a now deleted tweet from Metro UK that made me laugh because of the sheer stupidity of a company to do this, and it says, "Sorry straight white men, Doctor Who was never made for you." Now they've deleted the tweet obviously, but the article is still up on their website if you want to check it out for yourself. While I was reading this article, I asked myself how Disney operates these days. Because I would think that as a business, your number one rule isn't to scare away your biggest customers. According to Demand Sage, the largest users of Disney Plus are white people at 62%. 55% of Disney users are men, and at least 34.1% of that population is white men. How can you scare away half of your largest demographic and expect success? It's mind-boggling. Which brings me to the issue today, the hubris of the modern creative. The modern creative comes in as the executioner to lay waste to years of success of movies, games, and TV. The modern creative today is usually someone with little experience, but with the arrogance of an Oscar-winning writer. They act like they are superior to the creators of the past. They speak with so much pomposity, so much vitriol, and it can be seen through their work. Mindy Kaling, when promoting Velma, said, "Hopefully you noticed my Velma is South Asian. If people freak out about that, I don't care." The author of the Witcher books, Andrei Sapkowski, said Netflix never listened to his ideas for the show and instead went on a full-blown butchery of the source material. Halo writers didn't even look at the games before they made the show. Now, I'm not saying everything in the source material must be adapted, but you can write it to be better. The modern creative, however, is arrogant, dismissive, and full of hubris, so they don't. They adapt IPs the way they think it should be and not the way that it is. The biggest issue here is that there seems to be an influx of creatives that don't care about the source material. Either that or they have a serious disdain for the source material, and you can see it in their work. You can't tell me the people that made the Velma show actually care about the Scooby-Doo franchise. Just watching the show will tell you all that you need to know about it. Many other reboots, sequels, remakes, and revivals are just full of people that don't care about what came before it. I remember when the script for the cancelled live-action Powerpuff Girls series was released. Reading that script was like reading a bad fan fiction tale. It was so bad that they couldn't even dare continue with the show. You want to tell me that the people that wrote that show engaged with the original material before writing that garbage? Obviously the creator was not involved, but whenever you see creatives leaving a show before its finished production, you can always expect some BS. If you want to know why the MCU is flailing around looking for anything to stick, watch this.
I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with the comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
That video summarizes the issue with the MCU today. You have creatives that don't know the material, that haven't engaged with the material. When you look at the success of other beloved IPs released recently, you can't help but wonder what the difference is. Whenever you lean towards pleasing the fans, writing for the fans, writing out of love for the source material, writing to make the product good and not a product of your own ideals, you will be met with the same energy from the audience. When the Sonic trailer was released and we were met with this abomination, fans complained and the studio went back and revamped the design, and the movie ended up being a success. It isn't rocket science. Look at what has worked before, look at the success of the past and replicate it. Know when you made a mistake, own up to that mistake and correct it. Doubling down and alienating the fan base because of your hubris and arrogance rarely ends well. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also follow me on IG and on Twitter at Pethivo, and also leave a comment so that I can get your thoughts on the topic. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.